game, right?
I assume. It's normally helpful.
Alright, hey everybody, it's Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
It's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario.
Pizza pie.
Now, I only kind of remember
It's
what's
a fun.
happening. Do you want to re-watch that cutscene, or I already entered the game?
It was just the cutscene of them being in London, and everyone around them just going, oi, 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 oi.
Yeah, nothing really happened, I don't think. Alright, let me...
No.
Readjust my...
We can watch it again, though. I mean...
Yeah,
no problem there.
That'll give me some time to eat.
To continue eating your loud fucking chips?
Yeah.
Cunt. God, I'm gone for like 1 week and nothing changes.
I don't know why you thought it would.
I don't know why.
No, it's not only chips, it's also 2 chicken sandwiches and a cosmic brownie.
Late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter.
Can't wait for Sherlock to speak and you to go.
As it sped through dense fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious...
I assume the runaway room is also a Sherlock Holmes reference of some kind.
A horrendous
Probably.
manner.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
My friend, Mr.
Ah, there it is.
Jones,
There's that
once
crunch
said
I
of the
crave.
incident, I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude.
Oh, good. On the
beginning of a long
fucking
concerted
stream,
that
your
impressive
character's
Japanese
just
student
also
and I would
eating.
play together.
Because it's... This
Puts
is
the tracks
fucking
my face.
nightmarish. I hate that this is what you do. I hate everything about this. I hate that you act like this is the only solution when you could just delay the stream 15 minutes and just cram your face.
Or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
Hey, Britton, I hope you do
you're
many
ready to
British
do many
accents.
British accents.
Oh, you know.
I can only do one. I could try an Irish accent that will be somewhere between Irish and Scottish at all times. And also not close to either of those accents. Are these people just selling bottles, by the way?
Fragrance.
You can't tell anything's in them.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
God, it looks like shit, doesn't it?
Where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard.
Hello.
I'll take you wherever you want to go.
I know, Boko. I was just complaining about it.
If you wouldn't mind.
I don't know why Steven doesn't at least turn off the face tracking while they insist on engorging themselves.
Students from abroad, eh?
Because I would forget to turn it back on.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay.
It's tilting me. Like a
And
lot.
Welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Is there a building that looks like that in London?
Your mom.
Because that building looked a lot more like the U.S. Capitol building.
I mean, we stole our architecture from Britain.
Fair enough. 18th February, 9:21 a.m. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Buildings sure do have long titles in this game. What an incredible place!
It's so cozy. It's almost suffocating.
This place is
Much
breathtaking.
like I wish Steven
looks
would
like a
suffocate on those fucking chips
It looks like a
and
fortress.
die. Boca, I'm sorry, but he's still in chat. I'm sorry I'm wishing ill on Steven here. But I'm also not sorry at all.
It's time to open up that cosmic brownie.
Think about it this way: when you move, you'll just have all of Steven's room because they'll be dead on because of the cosmic brownie. I assume that's how that works. I'm not speaking over this crinkle. I won't do it. I'm waiting. I'm gonna die.
I was trying to do it
I hate
slow and
this.
quietly.
I know! I can tell! It doesn't work! Fuck. I'm so unbelievably distraught about all this, and I don't really know why, which is only making me angrier. Alright. Damn it. There's some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in the few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world.
I mean, you got a good point, babe. I can't argue with that.
An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, don't you agree? A far cry from wooden paper most of our buildings are constructed from.
It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. I.e. the giant gears and suits. Well, no, there are suits of armors in places in Japan. Like palaces and shit. What is this place again?
This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain.
The Lord Chief Justice.
Yes. The Lord Susato stares at the now eating Ryounosuke.
He just slides a brownie out of one of his pockets.
She thinks again at how Kazuma died for this. Indirectly.
In a way.
Anyways, in a way. In enough of a way. We had instructions to report here at this time, if circumstances were different. We're supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan.
Well, good news. We did arrive from Japan.
We did get here from Japan.
But Kazuma can't.
No. So instead we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death.
Yes.
And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done.
So, we'd have to return to Japan.
We want to remain here in Great Britain.
I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour.
Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer.
Which is what I've been studying for.
Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers.
No, it's just one guy.
So that is the second reason why we're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer.
I mean, I guess the bar doesn't exist in 1800s Britain, huh?
It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London.
First of all, because I think the bar is an American organization.
Bar is that guy
may even
who
be what
shot Mamilton Bamilton.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. I hope I'm up to
Why
scratch.
do I have a Quora account?
That's an
You know how
excellent
Quora
question.
is one of those things that shows up when you like Google a question?
I don't know who this is. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, Quora, because it used to be Yahoo Answers, and they fucking died.
I was trying to figure out how I indent text in Google Sheets, because I'm not seeing the indent button like Excel has. Normally my Excel knowledge gets me there. Turns out it's really annoying.
I would try
I'll be
Shift
this
Tab,
guy.
maybe, or something. Yeah, I don't know who this is. I'm assuming it's
Nah,
Van
Shift Tab
Zeeks,
doesn't do
but
that.
could be someone else.
I'll just be very cockney until it's revealed. Ah, good morning! That's not cockney.
Close.
See, that's what I mean, Boko. Where did my Quora account come from? Did it come from some... It just has like one of my photos and it has my name and I'm like, I don't remember making a Quora account. did some other account turn into a Quora account? Did it make it based off of my Google account? I have no idea. Good morning. Sorry for keeping you. This is the Lord Justice, I assume, right?
Who the fuck? Oh my god. Oh.
It's fucking rad. Well, I'll keep going then. If this is the Lord Justice, though, his voice is going to get way gravelier.
Go for it.
I trust you are too exhausted. Well, we don't know it's him yet.
I don't think
that
it's
will
the
reveal
judge.
itself in time. I trust you are too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies.
Oh, no, don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do.
How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Male Strongheart.
That's an incredible
which is a good
name.
name. Fuck, dude. I might steal that for a character. You ever see one of those names you're just like, I have to name a D&D character that at some point.
Yeah, Male Strongheart's a fucking contender.
Yeah, that's like that's in my list of. You know what? I'm gonna make it an official list live on stream. There are 2 names. There's Male Strongheart. And then there's also Asmerano, Mardica, Dyston, Kuldakar. That's probably close to how it's spelled. Actually, I wonder how close I did get it. Hang on, I'm checking this live on stream. I'm just buying more time. Dude, I got it exactly. I'm a god.
Nice.
Amazing. Also, you know how Google does that thing where it like shows you the search results kind of like in that sidebar?
Right.
The sidebar just like has the name going over the picture. It's really good. I'll show you it quick. Where are we? Where am I in Discord right now? Hang on a second. Oh god, I'm collapsing everything. There, look at that. Look at it. It's really good.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah, I like how Moa Guy played the fan translation, keeps trying to like say that something is going to be something, and then it's just different because of the official translation, and then he looks the fucking fool again.
Vertex.
Where is
weird?
your fan translated game now?
What do you mean are my glasses blinking? They're not moving. Oh, I see.
I think you're
if
thinking
I do it like this, it does kind of look like the top
eyebrow?
of my glasses. If I squint.
Do like, yeah, because you don't have a top of your glasses, but you do have a top of your eyebrows.
True.
But wait, no, those aren't. Those are just the top of your eyes, right? Because your eyebrows
Yeah.
are above your eye. It's just part of your eye, I guess. Your eyelashes, maybe?
Yeah.
Sure.
The top part is what I call them in my layers.
So, introductions. I am Male Strongheart. It is Lord Chief Justice. Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire.
I don't think he's the judge of Britain. But
Fuck, never mind that.
But if he is, that would be cool. Ugh, and I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot.
Come on, no. Don't be a mouse.
Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryounosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire.
Did you see the fucking
The
flock
flock
of
of
doves?
doves, of course.
Ah, yes, thank you. I hope that
I've
happens
had them
every time
planted.
he does that pose.
I T-pose to assert dominance.
London.
So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London?
Oh, help. I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city.
It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, he's a justice, which means he's a judge. But it
That's
doesn't
true.
necessarily mean that he's the judge that presides over the trials.
Right.
Oh. We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from a carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary... I have no fucking idea what voice I'm trying to go for here, by the way.
You'll find something.
Spearhead every revolutionary... No, I'm pretty sure this is it. I just don't know what it is.
It's,
If that
it's
makes
the
sense.
voice of Male Strongheart.
Male Strongheart. I'm just kind of like trying to throw my words. The British don't have judges. There is no law in Britain. It's true. I hear it's like the Forever Purge over there.
It's crazy. Or like
I
being
hate
at
the Forever
sea.
Purge concept. Yeah, you know, space is just the Forever Purge because it follows
There's no
international
laws.
waters law. There's no law in the seas or space. There are no laws to be enforced. Thus, it is like the Forever Purge. 1984 is a fun fiction novel to read, but that was an inside joke for me only. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word.
Give it a few years, and then fucking Japan will be all over that shit. Let them catch up, and then destroy you with technology.
50 years from now, Japan's just doing like their crazy robot shit, and then London's like, fuck! What did we invent?
It's like,
Margaret
damn
Thatcher.
it, we're
Oh,
still
no.
dying of smog. Thanks for saving me there, Susato-san.
And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Do they? That's
Oh,
not
it's-
what I've heard of London.
Oh, his pun is a name on Maelstrom.
Maelstrom,
okay,
yeah.
that does it. His name is
Well,
Vortex
yeah.
Heart.
Mail.
That's incredible. Also,
Steven, did you not pick up on the Maelstrom pun? His name is
I did
Mael
not.
Strongheart.
no, I did not.
Mael
I'm a-
Strong.
I'm a
Maelstrom?
fool. I got it. No, I get it now.
I also read this.
Ah, okay. I think I talked over you. Might be.
Probably. Yes! There's much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we will be hosting here in London.
Is this the World's Fair? Great exhibition.
Probably.
Was World's
Well, I
Fair?
think that one took place in Chicago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. It'll be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and we will make Paris's World Fair look shitty and bad. Fuck, fuck Paris. I hate.
I was wondering
look
if they
like
just
a toy shop.
I was wondering if they just couldn't like say World Fair, if that was trademarked or something, but
No, I don't think so. There's been a lot of World's Fairs in various
Yeah.
cities. It was a thing to do back in the day because you couldn't just tweet your new inventions out to the world.
right.
Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be.
Yep.
Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world, unlike France.
Even if you
and
do say so
stupid
yourself.
Paris. I really like the idea that this guy is strongly against the French,
Mm-hmm.
like specifically. The sun will never. Oh my God! They're actually
He
saying
literally
it.
said
The sun will never set on our great empire. He
it
actually said
time.
the sun never sets. What a guy! Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun.
Law student. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law for the study tour, weren't you?
Absolutely. Don't know why I paused so long before there. A Mr. Kazuma Asagi, if my memory serves.
Hello, Avi, thank you. That's right.
Oh. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores.
And I sure hope
Got
all the
fucking
CO2
pushed
from
by a
this industrial
ballerina and
revolution
died.
doesn't come back to bite us. That's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived.
My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours.
Oh, thank you.
I've discovered a worthless option in Google Sheets, by the way. You can angle the text.
Why?
So you put my text at like a 45-degree angle, which extends the row length a lot to fit in the now angled text.
Why?
It's awesome. I mean, I'm sure it's helpful in some data visualization. Maybe for like, if you're doing a bar chart and you want to have like angled text.
I guess. Yeah.
I was just trying to
tracks.
figure out how to add an indent. It's weird that I figured out how to rotate my text before I, you know.
I'm
figured
assuming
out how to
Tab
indent.
didn't do what you wanted.
Well, Tab in Sheets does just tabs you to the next cell.
Ah. Oh, you're in Sheets,
No, there's
not
a button.
in...
Yes, I'm
Okay.
in Sheets.
That'll
I
do
don't
it.
do things in Docs. What do you can do everything in Sheets. And by Sheets, I mean Excel. You can do everything in Excel. I'm trying to figure out what you can and can't do in Sheets. Because I don't own Excel on my home computer, because I'm not paying for it.
Right, obviously.
But in Excel, there's a button that indents text within a cell. And I'm trying to figure out how I do that here. It's somewhere in this format menu. It's much less... It's much harder to do. You know, I can do this the easy way, the easy route, which is you just move the text over a cell and then you really shrink the shit out of the cell, like the column. You move it all over a column and then you just make the first column really tiny, and then
Right.
it kind of works like an indent.
Like, kinda, a little bit. In a way.
Kind of isn't. It works exactly like an indent, because if you want to indent the text above it, you just type the text in the very tiny column. It doesn't matter though, because the text just overflows anyways.
Yeah. As long as there's nothing in it, yeah. Genius.
To use angled text in voice lines.
Does that make sense?
That's where y'all. Where that's super watch. Yeah, he tripped on the cat, but he didn't trip on the cat. Turns out the ballerina just pushed him. She's like, "Oh no, he's going to tell on me," and then she pushed him, and he died.
He did kinda trip on the cat. He tripped on the cat, but was also pushed over the cat into a bedpost, thus breaking his neck.
And just instantly died. And you wanted this appointment specifically to inform me of the news. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the column route. The column route's just the way to go. It's just the way for me. Yes. We're here in capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. They tell me you Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed.
Oh, shit.
If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart.
Hmm?
No! He T-poses and leaves the room.
He begins spinning like a helicopter and flies away. There he goes.
What do you have to say, madame? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruto here would like to make a proposal.
Don't look at me with them eyes.
Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruto.
This is it then. The moment of truth.
Lawyer good.
I lawyered good, did good job. The thing is, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead?
Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done.
Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean.
Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asagi. At least, that is what I've been led to understand.
Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say this to this man.
Mr. Naruhodo.
I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say?
It's
there
weird
someone
she
else
saying Mr. Naruhodo instead of Naruhodo-san. Did you notice that?
Yes. Oh, yeah. She gained respect.
Is it because they're in
us.
Britain?
If there's, yeah, because yeah,
It's
you're right.
Mr.
That's
San.
weird. Actually, it's a me. It's me. I can do it.
Is that so?
I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but
No qualifications, you say, and yet you still claim to be a lawyer.
I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused, but glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burya.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, Malagai. Because, like, once they got here, she stopped using San and started using Mr.
Yeah, it's probably,
I
that makes sense.
assumed that's because they're in Britain land. But, you know, it's English to English, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They're now just speaking posh.
True.
The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe, 14 of which is spent getting just from Japan to Shanghai. Don't think about it. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, but you also must complete several years of training.
I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asagi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please.
31 seconds.
Sorry?
Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. I love this guy. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer.
Oh, thanks. I hope he doesn't end up being a bad
good
guy.
Stead. It's hard to say.
Yeah, just
So
like
you're willing
just
to
like
put
looking
these
at
words
him.
to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment.
I do have.
It doesn't help that I overpronounce certain words as him, which makes him, I feel, come off as even more judgy than he might be.
Right, and also he has some very like Gant vibes. Huh?
But let me ask you one thing first, sir.
Yes?
That was definitely supposed to be in good stead. Fuck. You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asugi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path?
Well, yes, that's my intention.
Great, he was going to blow. Oh no. I see.
Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? The thing that Kazuma never told us about, I bet.
Very well. You have your wish, I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you.
Really? I wasn't expecting that to work. Fuck yeah. So, what form will the test take exactly?
Multiple choice. Tell me, Mr. Naruto, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be?
Well, defending people, of course.
Well said. So, let's have you defend someone.
Huh?
Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news.
Today?
Straight away. If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler?
Ugh, how do I get myself into these situations?
Can you imagine being the defense, or like the accused, and you're just like, oh god, I hope a court-appointed attorney shows up soon, and it's just some fucking 12-year-old from Japan or whatever, and he just rolls in with crazy eyes. He's like, hey, what's up, dude? And you're just like, oh no.
You're like,
Oh no, I'm
excuse?
gonna die. Excuse me? Well, could I ask, what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart? It's murder.
Murder!
We all know it's
Obviously.
Have you ever played an Ace Attorney?
There was only one case where we
Yes.
ever thought it wasn't murder, and then it ended up being murder later.
And then it was murder anyways. Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial. A murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose.
That's easy to say.
But I should mention, just in case. If the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment.
Capital punishment? He'll be put to death?
Yes, it'll be really funny. Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you read that much in your short, C-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable.
But you can't do that, can you?
What do you think Lord Chief Justice means? I'm not some sort of baby Chief Justice. There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose.
So the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged.
Mr. Naruto, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asagi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen.
He's testing my resolve.
What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? I hope they let us pick no and just end
Do I
the
agree
game.
to this absurd test? No!
I
Yes.
won't do it. It's like in Chrono Trigger when you can just say no, like right away, and just end the events of the game.
Alright then,
Pretty
if you
sure
have to
that's
give me...
the name
I
of
can't
Chrono
do it. I
Trigger.
can't get the words. I didn't realize that was going to autoplay.
15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. I like that instead of tucking the watch like where you would
just
put one,
holds it.
like in a vest pocket, he just either holds it and then he just shoves it magically into his pants and it just disappears.
It's gone.
Is it not Crown Trigger? Which one is it then? Maybe I'm just thinking of that game that we played, Golden Sun. Is
Maybe.
that one? There was some JRPG, like sprite-based JRPG, that I knew about where you can just like say no. Oh, it just loops until you say yes. That's right. There's some where you can just say no and it just ends the game. But I can't remember what it is right now. So it's as I suspected, is it?
Sorry?
You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation
I don't
is
like
over.
this look he's giving me. Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance.
Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but what could I do?
In Far Cry 5, you can wait for like 15 minutes in the lobby at the beginning and you beat the game. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
It's the one, the cult one, right? Like the one
Yeah.
from like Montana. You just wait, and then you just win. It's hilarious. It's alright. I understand.
You do?
It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you trying to say, madame?
I think what Susato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice.
Wait, Mr. Naruhodo.
That was the test, and you passed! Oh, was there something else?
It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time.
But I just said that...
I was quite serious in what I told you to do. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him.
What?
At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down.
But that's awful!
But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you.
I'm really
and
his
the
only hope?
defendant is you! Ryounosuke looks at his wrists, they're shackled again.
Herlock Sholmes steps out from inside the suit of armor. Got you again!
Oh!
I was here the whole time.
So, what do you say now, madame? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve.
Oh. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. Let a man die at the gallows. I don't care. Goodbye. He's gone.
He was an hour and 15 minutes late.
Yes.
And like 46 seconds.
The Old Bailey.
Susato looks at Ryounosuke.
Do you think that was 4 different sets of pigeons or the same flock of pigeons 4 times? If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruto, we must leave at once.
Well, let's fucking get going.
We
then.
gotta go, dude. We gotta fucking book it.
Oh, yeah!
That was cool.
Oh, look at him!
Oh, what's
Look at-
all this then?
Look at the
You
mustache
got a
man!
license for being a lawyer?
No. Where do the birds come from? Do they just live? An excellent question. 18th February, 9:45 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber.
I like that guy because I can't tell what his deal is yet. Because he was kind of like, very like, I'm going to judge you harshly. But also, like, apparently this is the only chance that this defendant has to, like, have a defense. It's interesting. You know
Finally,
what I mean?
the constables.
The constables. Hey, God save the queen and all that.
I like the one with
You
the
know,
mustache.
You know, Queen Elizabeth is probably still alive in this game.
Oh, wrong button.
Oh, thank goodness we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins.
I never
we
knew-
made it here in 5 minutes.
I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose.
Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard?
Oh no.
Get us to our destination in 4 minutes.
Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly.
I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die and we had to pay gold for the privilege.
Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started.
Yes,
You Sprite.
I suppose there's that.
Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all.
So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruto?
I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever's about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed.
Yes, whoever the man you defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment.
Top of the morning to you, madam, sir. Yeah, that was the correct. That was correct. What are you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, are they? Sorry.
Yo, who lost this dapper leprechaun? What?
Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are yous? We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do yous need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself. Oh, I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, none to eat, barely a penny to your name, and all well in a strange, faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. 'Tis grand, 'tis grand. Let me start by giving yous 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now.
1,000 guineas?
Please, Miss Susato, you don't have to shout.
That's. You don't have to shout, huh?
Yeah, that's what he said.
1,000. 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo.
What? Tastes nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over.
Could that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly
guy's
accept such a
pissed
large
broke.
sum of money. Ah! That hit me in the eye!
Don't get me wrong, Phil. I'm not giving to you no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me.
Oh?
To be honest, it's a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good self here. I'll be in the dock.
Oh.
So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you've been my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now.
Oh, well, the thing is...
Don't worry about a tick. All you have to do is stand up there next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial's going to start without me having any kind of representation at all.
So it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't making it all up.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but... Does that mean you're the defendant in this trial?
Bluster and blazes, do yous not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names?
No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see.
I see. I suppose it ain't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park there in the centre of London is another beautiful park.
Fuck me, if it's called Jekyll Park, I'm gonna shit myself. I'm sorry, a park? What?
It's called McGilded Park.
Okay. We're fine.
McGilded.
McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers and spring and singing birds and whatnot. I donated to the city, so I did.
An entire park in central London.
A city of smiles, that's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and its square old people.
That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary.
Apparently his band name was Cosney McGundle.
Ah, but now the goals say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What's the matter with the Wonder Boys, I ask you?
Wait, no, don't lean into it.
Alright, don't pass out.
Mr. Naruto. Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves, while the gentleman catches his breath.
Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best.
What was I after saying, you daft idiot? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I?
Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here.
Sorry?
I know what you're thinking. This Chancellor of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? That's because he did it, that's the only explanation.
Well, no. Not at all. Although it is a little strange, to be honest. Why don't you have a lawyer, I mean? Or why you don't have a lawyer, yeah.
That would be the fault of the Reaper.
Sorry? Did he just say Reaper?
Yak the Reaper. James the Reaper.
Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barrick Von Zeeks. He's the prosecutor.
Oh, I see.
The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper.
When Van Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused as sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned.
What?
So it's reached a desperate situation, where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fellow at all. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey.
goodness. Lord Baron von Zeeks. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor, then.
Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed.
Cursed? What on earth? The defendant is summoned and his counsel. Please make your way into the courtroom. The trial is about to begin.
His counsel? That would be me. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here, I'd made up my mind, so I had.
Sorry?
I decided I'd have to defend myself in there.
How would that have worked?
But then you made an appearance. A student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please.
I like this guy. He's got goofy old man vibes. I literally know nothing about the case or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him.
Mr. Naruto.
The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen.
Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand.
I'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this.
I'm actually up here in heaven, just hanging out with my sword. They won't let me in with it.
Boy, look at that shit-ass fire.
It's rather crunchy fire, isn't it?
It's not. I think it's like a step above Mass Effect fire. 18 February, 10 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. Okay, it looks better at this distance.
Yo, is there like 6 judges? What?
So this is the highest court in Britain, the Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels... Nope. It's 3DS graphics.
Imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant.
It's a jury, huh?
Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair.
Steven, can you control your horny ass wife who has
No.
spotted a maid?
No, I can't.
Well, you should. I've got a solution. Ban Spoko from the chat.
Oh no.
May I say something?
I don't even know if you can do that. You're both mods.
I assume I can't.
May I say something, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, yes, what?
Oh no.
Not this again.
Pop out of your head again.
I know, but I just can't help it.
There he is.
Standing there like fucking Dracula.
Alright, now how do I add enough British to the same judge voice to make it slightly different?
Now, in the name of
So-
Her Majesty the Queen.
Yeah, it's basically what it is.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGillen. I now call upon the counsels for prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
So I think I called this guy technically.
You did. He's got a voice like this, if I remember the things he's said in trailers.
Yeah, but he's gonna be Dracula.
Yeah,
The
that's...
prosecution.
Yeah, I mean, I would also do Dracula. I can't I mean, listen, for the entirety of Von Karma, I did the fucking JFK impression, so I can't fault you this.
You sure fucking did. I forget about that sometimes. Eventually, I just stopped paying attention to it.
It just didn't sound weird after a while.
The prosecution is fully prepared.
That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld.
Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English?
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready, and I couldn't be further from ready if I tried.
Look at him. What a guy.
Oh, man.
Full size, please me. Nipponese.
Yeah?
I am going to take your eyes. Fuck, I'm trying desperately to remember how to do Dracula without becoming Russian. Blood! I want to suck your blood! You know, every time I think of a Dracula voice, I just remember that one Snake Oil game. Or was it even Snake Oil? I just remember you at one point were doing a Dracula accent and you're like, some dank kush.
God, I don't remember what that was.
I don't remember anything except you
was it
saying
Ace Attorney 2? Was it Ace
Kush.
Attorney 2 when
No,
fucking
it was
what's his
an
ass
improv
was...
game.
Oh, it was?
No,
Oh.
it was an improv game we were playing on tabletop. It was either Snake Oil or... It wasn't Snake Oil or the Last Will game, though. It was like a third different one we've only played once.
Yeah, that I think
like
I remember which one it was, because it wasn't very good.
And you're just like, oh, some dank kush.
Good shit.
They shroud... Good shit. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
Ugh, a cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes.
Now, Mr. McGilded,
Yes, my lord.
you stand accused of murder, capital offence. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you would trust your defence to this foreigner?
As I always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fellow's a student from some little island off in the Far East. Is it not the
I just
British
noticed
way
the
to
overlay
ignore the
doesn't have
dangers
Supes
to
drawings.
yourself and give the less fortunate a fair chance?
That is not the British way. That couldn't be further
Is
from
it?
the British way.
That's very far. So, Small Guy's pointing out that we don't have our little characters on the overlay. Are they supposed to not be there?
I don't usually do them for Supes Casual. They're on the thumbnails. Yeah, I can pull them up real
Oh,
quick.
I see.
If people want to
We'll
see
need
them, I
to
can...
see Van Josh. Josh Zeke. Josh Zeke.
It's really good.
Josh
Hold on, I
Zeke.
can fucking throw that
What?
bad boy
I
up there.
want to suck your blood.
Bleh.
Oh. What? The guy give me the dank kush.
Bleh.
I need to get high with my homies.
Yeah, there we go.
What?
And I'll just kind of pop him right there.
If only I could do a perfect Adam Sandler impression, then I could do that voice for him, because Adam Sandler is Dracula.
Oh, hold on.
Jonathan.
I don't want to put him there. I don't want to put me on there, but I'll put Josh on here. There we go. Just throw him right there.
It's just a big you and then a tiny me.
Just a little... I've just got a little buddy now.
It's me, Angie and Static.
I'd like to take the acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud.
Listen to Mr. McGilded. What a fine gentleman London has in him. Did you hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please may we go and play in Mr. McGilded Park?
It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded.
That's definitely
I'm just
welcome
surprised
news.
this guy actually has money.
And he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him.
I love this judge design, by the way.
He's great. Look at him.
greatly put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now,
It is really hard to like start off in the judge voice though, but then not just do the normal judge voice because
Right.
I'm really used to it.
Yeah, you've been doing it for so long.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I hardly need to remind you.
That guy just has a knife.
I feel like that one. I feel like that guy's gonna yell Zvari, and I don't know why. I love the guy on the left though. Look at him, he is
He's a
wide.
fucking wide boy.
I love that dude. Dude, this is great.
And the grandma knitting on
hang
the right
he's
side.
giving me- I'm just really looking at, taking in all these characters.
Is
And
the
there's
is the
Boko's
jury
maid.
is the jury consistent throughout the game? Is the jury always the same characters?
That wouldn't really make sense for what a jury is, but
It wouldn't, but it's a
Maybe,
video game.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. I like that one guy with the horseshoe necklace. What is the British version of the casserole, wasn't?
I think we decided
we
it was
need
like
the British
curry or
one.
something, right?
No, that's the Japanese judge.
Oh, right.
He has curry. Dude, this means we're not going to see the Japanese judge again?
Bangers and
Oh
mash.
no, I just realized that. Bangers and mash. It's bangers and mash. I want every judge to somehow meet, even though 2 of them are here in the 1800s and 1 is in the future. But I want it to be. I want Canadian. I want all judges in a room, so I have to voice normal judge, Canadian judge, British judge, and well, just normal judge again, but slightly less gravelly. Could you
Incredible.
imagine?
Oh, the jury does change. Okay.
I was hoping they would change. That would make more sense.
There's a lot more voices though. Suddenly.
Well, if they all speak, they might only have 1 line or 2.
I
don't
suppose
know.
we'll find out.
You 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed?
I really like this guy.
Do you want to be juror number 1?
I'll be fucking this guy, I guess. I don't know how to do it.
He's just juror number 1.
Juror number 1. I mean, he's a capitalist.
Clearly. I mean, look at him.
How would like the Monopoly guy talk?
He used to be voiced in some things.
The only capitalist voice I know is there was an SNL where Adam Driver was the host, and they did a skit where he was playing this like old oil baron guy, and he was just like, "You have to crush your enemies."
You could do that.
It was very weird.
Just for funsies.
You know what? Fine, we'll do it. Yes, my lord! If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready!
At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree.
Ha! Any criminals here would soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Off they would chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson.
Ah, Mr. Naruto. Those people are...
The jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet.
That's not what I was gonna say, but okay. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge... God, the fucking double horseshoe guy is hilarious.
The horseshoe guy is killing me. His eyes are wild.
I know. It's alright, we might have a few repeat voices, but it'll be fine.
It's fine. I might just not do
Stephen
British
graciously
accents for some of them.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I mean, it's gonna be a real amalgam. It's fine. It's not like we do San Francisco accents for the normal people.
Yeah, I mean...
The normal games which take place in San Francisco.
Horseshoe guy feels Irish. Is it just because he's drinking?
He does. No, it's probably because he's entirely green and wearing a horseshoe, which is like a good luck charm. Not dissimilar to a clover.
Suppose. And
The
you won't
judge
for a
passed
good
sentence
long
according
time,
to the law.
Mordo.
But the jurors determined guilt based on common sense. So the defendants ultimately judged from two completely different points of views.
But how exactly
I
did the
said
jurors give their
exactly what
verdict?
Poker said.
That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses.
Yes.
Oh, prosecutor Van Six.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing that voice.
And this one, I assume.
My lord! Yes. Listen, it's gonna make me laugh a lot.
It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame.
I'm known as the... God damn it.
Can't do it.
I'm known as the Reaper of the Valley, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings. In this capacity. Belmont. How do you always find me?
So, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware?
That was very elaborate.
That was a lot of effort for a bow. I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did you have to choose today of all days to make a comeback?
Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruto.
As you wish, sir. The court in readiness welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please.
Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, there's a case of Nope, I'm doing fucking Russian again.
Damn it. Sorry.
This is a case of overwhelming simplicity. Sometimes it's just gonna be Russian.
We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware.
Oh my god.
Look at that shit.
Scroll.
It is
Boy,
not by my
the
hand
incident-
that I was once again given prosecution. Honestly, if I were you, I'd be tempted to use that Dracula voice.
Which
The
one?
incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past.
Like
Castlevania?
Castlevania.
What is a man?
I feel like that's very close to what I was doing for the Lord Justice, though.
That's true.
Because he's just doing this, basically.
True, true.
Plus, I really like this guy being fucking Chocula.
No, do it.
He's just not very good at it.
I want him to be Count Chocula more than anything.
Boy! Fucking Christ. Every time I start a sentence with blah, it's good. It just throws me off. The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Thrice-Fired Mason.
Sorry, thrice?
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. The victim's corpse.
Oh, nope. It's still me, but wrong voice.
But different.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death.
Makes sense.
Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard.
Thank you, counsel. I should accept that in the photographer's evidence.
The autopsy report has been entered in the court record. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered in the court record. I'm gonna take a look at those real quick before we proceed. Okay. Victim, thrice-fired Mason, age 54, occupation bricklayer, time and cause of death, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus, died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Makes sense? That seems pretty straightforward. Photo. Again, all I really see here is that he's been stabbed in the stomach, so... Oh, he's missing a button. I wonder if that'll come up. See? No button.
Maybe. It is gone.
That's the only thing I really notice from this picture. There's also... I can't tell if this is supposed to be a painting or if it's like a window and it's a reflection. I guess we'll see if it comes up.
And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
And these are... Good Lord! Is that blood, Counsel?
Yes, my lord. I have tasted it myself.
All positive, I
Seized by a-
believe.
Oh, positive. I am a positive that is the blood. Anyway, seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McGilded's gloves had blood on them?
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well.
The defendant's leather gloves have been entered in the court record. How did I get into this? Again, just gonna see if I can look at these bad boys. At a glance, other than the blood, there doesn't seem to be anything weird about it. And the blood is, I think, roughly where... Well, no, because it would be on the back of the glove if he had, like, stabbed them, right? It wouldn't just be, like, on the inside.
It'd be kind of weird,
One would
wouldn't it?
think.
It's dried blood.
Yeah. I don't know, like I said, nothing immediately stands out to me about these, other than the blood is weird if he stabbed him with this glove. I'm backed into a corner before I even started.
Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there are only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2?
Obviously, one of these passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other...
Oh, look at that point! That's a
That
good
was a
point.
good fucking point. Oh my god!
This pose is powerful.
Give me a second. I need to take in that. I brought up the stream so I could watch on delay the point again. I really like
this. This is very powerful and also extremely hot.
All right then. Was the accused? Was the accused Magnus McGilded?
Why does he have a scar on his face?
Well, damning circumstances, to say the least.
Sword accent.
Related, say.
Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing.
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening, but whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it.
Are you claiming they're men asleep?
'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilting, so it is, and when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me, the body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in me life.
Malagai, I'm looking forward to legs so much, you have no idea.
Leg.
You'll see.
Now I
Okay.
ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. So the blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, that statement of the drivers is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed.
Look how
Types
fast
faster.
she's typing so fast.
Order! Order! Order!
Then the killing took place. Only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not a case of just a case of compelling evidence.
Ah, there it is again.
It's a really good point. It's so slow and yet fast.
Yeah.
It's the nail in the coffin. At the moment. For the accused. He's just over here like, I'm dropping mad hits that I'm a vampire.
Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have made what clear. I think we are hear testimony from these witnesses first of all.
Your wish is my command.
Oh,
That one's good too.
Just really good poses. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once.
Boko will back me up on this man being hot. Oh my god. Boy, there's some incredible screen tearing going on.
Witnesses, your name and occupations.
Beppo?
Beppo? Oh fuck! I
I
kind of want to voice Beppo.
Oh no, go for it,
Oh
man.
nope, you can go. You already started. You already started. I'll do the next guy.
The dude with the fucking double mutton chops.
The double mutton chops man, Sir Captain Mutton Chops over there.
Oh,
I'll do
this-
that guy.
Well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the East End.
roast fair play. Well, I'm a banker in the city.
My name's First, Lady First. I make hats for gents.
Make hands for gents. An upsetting cavalcade of characters. Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, when the hall is quiet, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. I'm gonna not be able to stop myself from doing asides as the Dracula voice. It's just
fine.
way
It just
too
happens.
much. It's so fucking fun. Is that correct? Why? Just because his name's Fair Play,
Yes, sir.
or because he's a banker?
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Well then,
I love Beppo.
Go ahead. Beppo's great.
Why is his
well
name
then, let's
Beppo?
proceed. Let's proceed.
Well, he didn't say that was his name. He says people call him Beppo,
I
which is
suppose.
technically different. His name might be like Charles, and everyone just says Beppo. And
Well then, let's proceed your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw.
Witness testimony. What the witnesses saw. It was the last spot of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
The victim and the man accused of killing them was sat next to each other inside the bus. And out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts.
That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed I did, couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped the bus, and then I saw it too. Beppo's just got a whip.
Dude, Beppo and First are just really stressing me out.
By the ambiguous testimony on my sight.
Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the crime in the omnibus with their own eyes.
I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
And that's not how it works here, actually. Yes, Counsel.
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
Yes, he has been clearly defined from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. I mean, that seems like a good point, but apparently it isn't.
Oh, quaint. I'd read that civilization in the eastern island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London by yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Huh? I've been here for a day.
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you traveled in an omnibus?
No. Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is.
What do you
An
mean?
omnibus crashes
The actual
into
scene?
the court.
How?
The carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much.
Yes?
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today in this very building.
Here? What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff! Bring out the entire omnibus! Bring forth the stricken omnibus! Oh my god, he basically said what I was jokingly saying. Oh my god!
They just brought the whole bitch.
It's here.
Oh man, they split off Beppo. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers.
I would love to investigate the inside of this thing. In court right now.
4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architectures and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof allowing a view of the interior from the seats above.
Ah, skylight. Oh.
I hate it myself because it lets the sunlight in. I mean, the penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on the fucking fair play. Just doing this pose rock solid is really funny. And I don't know why.
He's not even breathing.
Moving at all. It's amazing. He's fucking stone cold, dude. Were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the gruesome incident. Through the skylight.
Ugh, that makes perfect sense.
Well, Counsel, this is the first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom.
You like how his wig is slightly askew?
Yeah, just like excuse when he's surprised. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish.
Man, so far Van Zieks doesn't really seem like a shithead.
which is weird. I was expecting him to be kind of a cock.
I see no reason why not. The omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
The omnibus has been entered in the court record. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. I would like to take a look at that if I can.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, this is wild. Can I get in there?
Can we open the door?
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
The scene of a murder. It's horrible.
Oh my god. We just pause testimony, we climb in, start looking around. What does that notice say?
I don't know.
It was glowing, which is why I thought you could maybe click on it.
I can. Let's take a look. Ah, that's a poster for the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition.
Ah, sorry, give me a second. Ah.
Ah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, other than the racism, he's not being like he's not being nearly as much of a cock as Edgeworth is when he starts. Maybe we're just not very far into the trial yet.
It's one of those things. It's like it's back in the 1800s, and it's like the. I don't know if it was as out of place to be like, I heard you guys just like ate sticks and shit.
Weird. What a strange little Nipponese man.
Nipponese.
The fact that he refuses to say Japanese does bother me.
A fine Nippon steel. It would be kind of weird. It'd be like me going to Germany and just saying Deutschland over and over again when everyone can clearly... But everything else I say is in English.
Right?
It's like, it's great here in Deutschland. It's just like, why?
Why?
Ooh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event.
I was really thinking there would be more. Is this different thing? Is the notice for a different thing? Oh, the notice is the same to it. Okay, so here's
Fizzing with excitement.
I'm not seeing anything really to... Oh, wait, what's this?
Oh, pull bar.
The seat has a handle, it seems.
Is there storage? Yeah.
This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running.
Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems.
There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure.
Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
So I guess this is nothing if I just click on any of these things. This looks like, yeah. I'm just trying to think outside the box at what might be something. Oh, what might be something is that unless they would have both had to be in the back seat to be able to see down
in the back seat, right? Because the other seat faces forward. Wait, no, the seat's in the wrong spot that we're in, isn't it?
Maybe. This is where he was stabbed.
Because look at the blood. So remember the orientation. The back seat can only has a clear view of one chair inside, right?
Right. So it would have had to be it'd have to be this back seat, I think, that's facing this way, because the front seat is facing forward. So if we find out they were sitting in the front, then
they can only... Oh, so they can see it. I thought I was turned around. I was wondering where the bloodstain was in relation. So the back seat does have sight lines on this chair, but not the other one.
But not
the
where...
other chair
not
is directly below them.
Yeah, not where Mr. Man would have been sitting. Mr. McGilded. Alright, well...
McGilded.
We can take a closer look at this next week, or whenever we get back to this. Because it may be a second. Josh is back in busy season of taxes, so... I don't think this is going to be a 5-night-a-week stream again anymore. Alright, that's going to do it for us tonight, though.
This season just ended. Why is it back?
Yep, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for something. I don't know. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.